You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
When you start in Go Time MMA?
I guess since we're talking about it, I'm gonna have to start it after this podcast, so no one else tries to make an account. Like now that it's an actual conversation. I thought about that last time me and Charlie Wilson were talking. I'm like, man, I should probably go ahead and start getting all the requisite social media accounts under Go Time MMA. And now that you just brought it up, I guess I got to do that right away. What you got?
I don't watch MMA, but obviously it was in London, my hometown, over the weekend, and I saw some of the knockouts, and some of them were brutal. Is it Meatball Molly, whatever her name is? That swinging back elbow. Oh, the woman was whoever she fought died in the ring, out cold, arms flailing. It reminded me of Chris Jericho's Judas Effect, his new move, but that was just dirty. And there was another one where, again, I don't know the guy's name, but he a left shot to the ribs and then a right hand to the jaw, spun him, folded him like an omelette, out cold.
I think you're talking about Trupoya. Was it earlier, or did you just see it like on Did you see it like on social media?
I saw it on social media, and I think after he was kind of saying how like the fight's never over, like, but it was dirty, and then obviously Paddy the Baddy done his thing.
Paddy the Baddy.
So,
Meatball Molly McCann is her name.
Yeah.
She's just a staple in Liverpool. And obviously you know who Paddy the Baddy is, but ironically enough, the dude that you was talking about who had a knockout, they beef now. Him and Paddy, they got big pressure. Ilya Chupoya, boy, listen, that's gonna be the new Khabib versus Conor McGregor. It's gonna be a beef that goes over years and years and years and years before they fight, and then it's like, oh, these boys are finally fighting. And then you're gonna have all kind of documentaries of when they were talking. So that's the new. I'm not trying to say Paddy is as good as Conor, and I'm not saying Chupoya is as good as Khabib, but that's real smoke right there. They'll fight the next time they see each other type of smoke, whether they get paid for it or not. So yeah, man, look at Kadeem jumping into the Go Time MMA scene, man.
That's the only time I'm gonna do it. Like it's not me. My own personal trainer was talking about me doing jiu-jitsu. I was like, I'm not built for that. Like I'm not doing it. I'm not training in it. I'm not doing anything. Let me just stick to football or soccer, as you guys call it. Stick to Call of Duty Warzone. And keep it simple.
That's the thing, though. Everybody's built for jiu-jitsu, Kadeem. You don't have to be a certain weight. You don't have to be a certain demographic. Everyone is built for jiu-jitsu. That's why it's universal. It's like a language. Like anyone can learn this language.
No. I've never been in a fight. I've never punched no one. No one ever punched me. I'm not swinging hands at nobody. Like I'm not training to do that. Let me stay inside my protective bubble. You know, talking Dolphins with you. Nah, I'm good.
For all of those reasons you just named, is why you should learn jiu-jitsu, because you never fought and you never punched nobody and no one has ever punched you. So when and if it does come, you'll have it. It's almost like having a gun, Kadeem.
Do you know what? I was thinking that. So yeah, that's the American thinking. Why? I don't need a gun because I have a gun. I'm gonna have to use it. So let me look.
No. This is why, Kadeem. It's like, so I have a gun. I have a couple guns. Shout out to I have a couple guns, right? So my thing is having a gun is like CPR. You need to know how to use it, but you hope you never have to.
That's because you're American.
Listen, it's not really because I'm American.
It is because you're American.
All right, but look, I'm just saying, bro, like I would like to be ready for whatever. So, for example, if someone ever kicks the bucket in front of me and I need to resuscitate them, I would like to know how to use CPR. Because if I don't, they're really gone. So it's you hope, and since I do know CPR, I hope I never have to use it. So hold on, you know CPR, Kadeem?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
why?
Because I was doing a football course. I was doing a coaching course, and part of it is first aid. I mean, we learned it then.
So why do you need it though? Why do you need to know it?
In case playing football when something happens, but that's completely different to knowing how to use a gun or knowing how to fight. One saves lives, the other one end lives. See, and again, listen.
The irony of saving a life. My gun could save my life
and kill someone else.
Who said I had to kill him? It could save my life. Just the presence. Just the presence of it could save my life alone. I'm just saying. It's just like you just said. The same thing for the same arguments you have for CPR. I can make the same arguments for having a weapon, and I can make the same arguments for learning jujitsu, which I'm actually gonna learn jujitsu, by the way. So I appreciate you bringing that up.
After this episode, go and watch Friday, and when Craig pulls out the gun, watch what his dad does. Yeah, Dad's like, you don't need that. All you need are these. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. That's what you need. You don't need no gun.
It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm Charlie Touche. I got my co-host Kadeem Simmons with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. And I did not know if Kadeem was going to mess up that line and that classic line or not. Rest in peace to Pops. But yeah, man. Knife violence is a thing in England. You know what I'm saying, isn't it? And gun violence is a thing in the United States. So
gun violence is a thing because people just having because you can legally buy a gun. That's why gun violence is a thing. It's not as bad in the UK because getting a gun is a lot. You can go to your local Walmart or Target and buy a gun.
Bro, gun violence is a thing because you can have guns, but knife violence is a thing because you can't have guns in London. I'm just saying. That's why knife violence is a thing.
Let's save it for the Go Time Politics podcast.
The Go Time Politics podcast.
We're branching up. We always say this isn't Go Time Chargers or Go Time Patriots. You got Go Time Dolphins. You got Go Time MMA. Go Time Politics.
Hey man, we got the Jevon Holland giveaway finally here today. Like tonight, this episode right now. We pushing a primetime episode for a primetime podcast with Kadeem Simmons, but we got the giveaway. Y'all stay tuned. Listen to the episode. Hopefully you enjoy the content. And while we're talking about content, please share, like, and subscribe. We're at Go Time Dolphins on all social media platforms, at Go Time Dolphins on YouTube. If y'all could turn on notifications for us, so
Noddy gang.
So y'all know when something is happening. Y'all know when we come on. We're gonna go live eventually. So y'all know when we go live. Turn on notifications, man. I don't know where you wanted to start, Kadeem, but so much happened in the past, who knows, couple days, and we haven't gotten to discuss it on the podcast. But the AFC conference is a thing. Devontae Adams is in the AFC now. Deshaun Watson has a new home in Cleveland. Von Miller is in the AFC East with the Bills. What do you make of all the moves that just happened the past couple of days?
It makes the Dolphins' job more difficult, but to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all these people that are saying it's a bad thing for the Dolphins, all that, like, why are we running scared? Like, I get it. There are some very tough quarterbacks in this division. There are some very division in the in the AFC, some very tough wide receivers in the AFC. But you got to beat them eventually. Like, even before these guys moved over to the AFC, we all said that to basically win the AFC Championship, you're going to have to probably go through Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Not really adding Justin Herbert to that list, but you had to go through the Chargers anyway. Okay, so now you got to go through the Cleveland Browns. Maybe Derek Carr and Devontae Adams get jiggy and see where that goes. Dolphins need to focus on themselves. The Dolphins need to make sure that they are in the best position to win their game. Because I was thinking about it the other night, and there's 7 teams that make the playoffs these days.
Yes.
The 4 division winners and the 3 wildcard teams. With all these elite to very, very good quarterbacks, someone have to miss out every single year. It probably means that the Dolphins are going to have to win the AFC East to make the playoffs. But, you're going to get, I'll say, at least 2 very, 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 very good quarterbacks not making the playoffs every single year. And so be it.
So it is, at the time of recording, it has been reported that Lyle Collins signed with the Cincinnati Bengals, or intends to sign with the Cincinnati Bengals. 3 years. I think you got the particulars of the contract.
I don't think anyone does. I think a few people have kind of said that it's, I can't remember who said it. I'll try and find it very quickly. But it basically sounds like it's a 3-year deal, which is essentially a 2-year, 20 mil contract. And before I pass it back over to you, I'm pretty sure I said on this podcast that it would not surprise me if Chris Greer wanted to get Collins in the building. And we was like, 3-year, 10 mil a year sounds amazing. You got to do it. But I was like, Greer probably wants him on like a 3-4 year deal, which he can get out of it in 2 years. I was chatting. No, what? Before I could go on, I'll pass back on to you because I've got a few stuff to say about Collins.
It's a lot, bro. Like, you see what we got to go up against in the AFC, bro? Do you think we made enough moves this offseason to keep up with the Joneses? Hey, you got that Valley Boys sports tweet?
Yeah, bear me
if you could put, cool. If you could pull that up, I came across this on Twitter, and for everyone listening to the audio version, we got to put up on YouTube. But it says, "Look, this free agency has not gone how I wanted it to go, but let's not overreact." That's a Valley Boys Sports saying this. It says, "Have we improved the running back position? Yes. Have we improved the receiver position? Yes. Have we improved the O-line? Yes. Have we improved the offensive staff? Yes. Our offense, in all caps, will be better next year." There's some good comments on this tweet, man. That's not enough, though, bro. You could improve by bringing in one person in all of those positions that you want. Just one O-lineman, one receiver, one running back. Does that mean that's the improvement that we needed? Absolutely not. When you see everyone else in the AFC massively upgrade, massively upgrade, and we bring in Connor Williams and Cedric Wilson in the respective receiver groups, Y'all think that's an upgrade? That's an upgrade from where we were last year. That's not an upgrade in the AFC. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna trip yet because y'all know me. I'm like, yo, vibe, relax. I don't panic. I'm never the one to panic, so I don't panic. My thing is, it's not over yet. You know, free agency isn't over yet. Moves could be made, but my thing is, bro, while everybody making these moves, what you absolutely cannot do is go into the draft with the biggest hole that you had in 2 years, which is right tackle, still be the biggest hole that you have going into the draft. That is unacceptable.
I'm past the point of caring.
It's unacceptable. So the fact that Lyle Collins is not a Miami Dolphins right now, is it intolerable or intolerable? It's intolerable.
I think it's in.
It's unacceptable. I know that much. There's no reason for that. So yeah, the line could get fixed and all this other good stuff. But Kadeem, you sitting here telling me right now, Kadeem, that if we went and got Aaron Rodgers, oh, let's go get Aaron Rodgers. Oh, let's go get Deshaun Watson. Oh, let's go get Russell Wilson. You telling me right now, if we would have got one of them quarterbacks, that we would put them behind the line that we have right now? We wouldn't have went out of our way to upgrade the line significantly. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, I always felt like, oh, it's just Tua. Like people feel like, oh, it's just Tua. We'll do the little bit of improvement and he'll just have to deal with it. Matter of fact, the quarterback that I don't like to mention on this podcast, if we went and got 12 from Tampa and made him play on this football team, you telling me we wouldn't have done everything in our power to fix this O-line to make it the best O-line in the league?
Do you not think that Chris Greer and the Dolphins are doing everything in their power to improve the offensive line right now?
Absolutely not, because if they're doing everything in their power,
seriously,
no, I seriously believe that. I answer your question. I seriously believe they are not doing everything in their power, because if they're doing everything in their power, they would have traded to get Lyle Collins. Because if he hits, if he hits free agency, he could choose wherever he wants to go. And you know, there's quite a bit of people in my phone, Kadeem, and on IG. Shout out my IG at Charlie Touche. There's quite a bit of people who hit me on IG and say Tua doesn't attract free agents. That's their new thing. Oh, Tua don't attract free agents. Like, hold on. You sure it's Tua, or do you think it's this front office that has a scandal every 3 months? That has a head coach, the best head coach we had in 20 years. We let him go after two winning seasons. Or there is no O-line in Miami. Or Miami don't know how to treat free agents. When we get them, we let them go after one season after they sign. But y'all think it's the common denominator is Tua when he's only been here for 2 seasons? Nah, bro. Like the common denominator is Miami is a circus. The franchise is a circus, and no one wants to play for a circus. You know what I'm saying? So if you were really serious about upgrading the O-line, Kadeem, he was only making $10 million a year. You have to pay somewhere, whether you pay with picks or you pay with money. Whether you pay $18 million a year or you pay with a 3rd round pick to go get your guy. You got to pay that, bro. Look at what the Raiders just did. The Raiders said, you know what? We're going to give up a 1st and a 2nd and pay Devontae Adams $28 million because they went and got their guy, bro.
I think fans are overreacting, and it's just like I'm at the point now where I'm done with Twitter, because it's like it's one day it's fire Chris Greer because he didn't go and get Collins, but the next minute it's we might get Terron Armstead, so he's amazing, and like this whole, you know, people blaming Chris Greer because free agents not wanting to come to Miami. Well, Ogba wanted to come back. Gesicki wanted to come back. There's Mike wanted to come back. Like, this isn't... The one thing I've heard in like the 7 to 8 years I've been a Miami Dolphins fan is the Dolphins fans are sick and tired of winning free agency. They want to win games. But now they want to fire Chris Greer for not winning free agency. Like, I've said it for the past 4 or 5 episodes. I genuinely believe their plan is to have Lee Meichenberger at right tackle. And again, like, you don't have to like it, but I genuinely believe that's their plan. And that they went into this offseason going, we could have a very good right tackle in Collins or an elite left tackle in Terron Armstead. And and again, it's like, from what we've read, the Dolphins were interested in Collins, but they weren't gonna let that stop them from getting Armstead. At the time of recording, Armstead is on his way to Miami to, don't know if he's going to finalize a deal with Miami or sit down and talk to them, or whatever it is. But the O-line needs fixing. We've kind of said that we'd be okay with 2 additions at certain positions, but realistically, it probably needs 4 upgrades. Friend of the podcast, Robert Hunt, is the only one who probably deserves to be the first name on the sheet, I guess, at right guard. But the Dolphins went and got a new left tackle, new left guard, a new centre, new right tackle. Fans wouldn't be angry. And the reason I said that fans are overreacting is because, okay, we've lost out on Collins, but what happens if on Monday or on Tuesday or on Wednesday, the Dolphins announce that they're bringing in Terron Armstead and JC Tretter? All of a sudden, you've got a new centre, a new left guard, and a new left tackle. Now, I understand everyone will be like, and I'm sure you'll say it is like, well, 2 is a righty. You have to fix right tackle. And I'll go back and say Liam Eichenberg. Like, and again, you listen to what Mike McDaniel said. This is at the combine in Indy, and he was like, we like what we have in the building. I don't know. It's difficult to make an argument or to go have a back and forth when the plan is to have Liam Eichenberg at back tackle and see where that goes. And it's a whole, we as a fan base believe that Mike McDaniel is going to come in, fix the run game. The coaches he brought in Frank Smith and the others, are going to fix the offensive line, but we don't want to fix the offensive line with guys we've got. So we've said that, and I don't want to run too long, but we've said that a bunch of offensive linemen regressed badly under the past coaching regime. So why aren't we willing to give, I don't know, a player who 12 months ago was seen as a late first round pick and probably going to make the transition to right tackle? That was Liam Eichenberg.
So if you're willing to give Liam Eichenberg another chance at right tackle, are you willing to give Austin Jackson the chance at left tackle?
I would have been okay with that.
No, what do you mean would have? Like, this is a current question. This is right now. So do you want to just go with, right as of today, are you okay with going with Connor Williams at left guard, Austin Jackson at left tackle, Eichenberg at right tackle, Robert Hunt at right guard, and Dieter at center? Are you okay with that right now?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. That's your opinion. Here's my thing. I'm 100% with you with this. Oh, you don't have to win free agency. I'm here for that. I'm definitely here for that. Matter of fact, I was going to say that. You just beat me to it. Every year we win free agency. Every year we go out and get the splash. Every year you know what I'm saying? Look. Fans make fun of us. Other teams' fans make fun of us for winning the Super Bowl in March, right? But the last 2 seasons, we didn't win free agency. And now our fans are like, oh, we're not doing enough. Like, y'all can't have it both ways. You know what I'm saying? Because even our fans, when we were winning free agency, we would be like, well, our fans would be like, oh, well, we won free agency and they're excited, but we got to go win games. So now we ain't winning free agency and we chilling for the past 2 seasons in free agency and everyone's upset. Here's my thing, though. I don't care about winning free agency, Kadeem. I care about my quarterback, bro. That is it. So you can bring in all the Armsteads you want. You can bring in all the Connor Williams you want. You can bring in all the JC Tretters you want. That helps. But he's still a left-handed quarterback, bro. That is my biggest gripe about all of this. And you sat here on this podcast and said the same thing. Oh,
I did, yeah.
You're only as weak as your weakest link. You're only as good as your weakest link. And Eichenberg was not a stellar right tackle, bro. He wasn't knock it out of the park right tackle. So he wasn't that dude at right tackle. Was he decent? I can't sit here and say that he wasn't decent. Whatever you want to categorize decent as, I can't say he wasn't decent. But I know this much. I can say he wasn't good enough at right tackle. So yes, we could coach him up. Yeah, we could coach him up and everything. But if we're going to take a chance at coaching him up on Tua's third season, that's just not a chance I'm willing to take. It's just not.
And I get that. But I also think me and you sat here less than 12 months ago and we looked at it and went, Austin Jackson left tackle, Solomon Kinley left guard, Michael Dieter center, Robert Hunt right guard, and Eichenberg right tackle, and was like, these guys are going to make a jump. And we then kind of agreed over the course of the season that coaches let them down, and then at that point it's like bad coaching, bad habits, all of us, and all of a sudden it's completely gone. And we said that you can't give up on Tua given the situation he's been in, basically not getting the help that he deserves. But we're going to do the exact same thing to a bunch of offensive linemen. And again, my whole thing is that it's more. I was saying to Mike from the Finn Tailgate show that no matter what Chris Greer does now, fans are going to hate him 100%. If he signs Terron Armstead, it's going to be we should sign Collins.
I disagree. You say Armstead and Treader, and because it's not done yet. So free agency is one thing. Free agency is one thing though. But this time last year, everybody loved Chris Greer. Oh, Chris Greer's a mastermind. He traded the picks. He moved back up. He's playing chess, not checkers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved Chris Greer last offseason. So I think he has time to fix his name in the sense of building a team. But just free agency alone, that's one. It's a little different from free agency and the draft. But just free agency, yeah, you can't. Chris Greer did not do a good enough job in free agency. I can sit here and tell you today that.
But why?
Because we don't have a right tackle, Kadeem. That's why. So if we go into
hold on, wait. Is there a game starting in 10 minutes?
Is there another right tackle out there in free agency?
There could be.
There isn't though.
Okay, hold on. He can get Armstead on Monday, and then trade for a right tackle.
That's trading though. That's not free agency.
So what? It doesn't count because the person of the team.
So this is what I'm saying.
No, hold on. So we sat here and was like, all these teams got better, including the Raiders, who traded for a wide receiver, but then all of a sudden it's not good enough if we trade for someone.
Here's where I agree with you, Kadeem. I agree that we have time. I do agree. 1,000,000% we have time. Like I'm all for matter of fact, I got some trade offers for you that we're gonna fire away on the show. So I get it. But what I'm saying is you had something right in front of you. So yes, you have time. But if we're just talking about free agency by itself, that's one thing. If we're talking about the team after the draft, that's another. That's where trades come in at. So yes, you have a very, very, very valid point. You do. And that's also why I think he can still fix his face, because he can still make trades. And I got a trade for you that I can't wait even to throw at you. But go ahead.
Very quickly. And I also think Greer's getting, and just I'm not a Chris Greer homer. Like me and him aren't boys, I'm not. I guess playing devil's advocate for why I don't think he's the worst person in the whole entire world. I get nothing out of it. But there were some alleged quotes from Collins which basically said he wants to win. And in that's the way possible. Are you going to join the Dolphins, who haven't made the playoffs since God knows when? Or are you going to join the Bengals, who have just come back from the Super Bowl? Like, it would not surprise me, and this is me speculating, but if in early talks, even before, like when he was still a Cowboy and they were going to trade for him, Collins was probably like, I'm not like,
you know what? You know what?
No, like, I'm not saying that he's going to pull an Eli and that Collins was going to refuse to play for the Dolphins, but I was saying on social media that there were other teams, including the Bengals, who could have traded for Collins and didn't. Everyone waited for him to get to free agency, and like I get it. The Dolphins should have been more aggressive to try and get him. But I just think it was like he probably never wanted to come here. So it's like, and again, their main priority was bringing in Terron Armstead, because even from when I think someone else tweeted that even as a free agent, it was the Bengals pursued him heavily, but so did the Panthers and the Patriots. The Dolphins' name, apart from he might have come to visit us, even then, no one really knows. Like, it seems
Bro, you can't tell me that there isn't a lack of urgency.
Of course, I can tell you that.
How?
Because no one trusts sources. So same way the Dolphins make moves which no one sees coming. Like,
that's fair.
Just because not every single thing the Dolphins are doing is being reported. Like, no one saw Cedric Wilson going to Miami. No one. And there were people saying that Gesicki was going to leave the building and that Oba was going to leave the building, and both have come back. So I think the Dolphins were aggressive and showed urgency in bringing their guys back. What Chris Greer done, I guess incorrectly, was saying that the Dolphins are going to be aggressive in free agency.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said that. How about that?
But yeah, because everyone was like, they're going to go and sign all those players. The Dolphins basically brought back everyone that they wanted to.
Kadeem, they brought back everybody like we were in the AFC Championship last year, bro. We had a 7-game losing streak last year, and that's the team we brought back.
Did we bring back Brissett?
We had a 7-game losing streak, Kadeem, and that's the nucleus that we brought back.
And half of those games, who was the quarterback?
Why does that matter?
Because he's gone. And again,
do you think that was on the quarterback? The losing streak?
Pardon?
You think that losing streak was on the quarterback?
We've sat here and said that if Tua plays some of those games, the Dolphins win. So
yes, they do.
So then all of a sudden, yes, it's on the quarterback.
No, Kadeem, no. The quarterback gets more credit for winning, and he gets most of the blame for losing.
So,
for sure.
Hold on. So if Tua is in a game against the Colts, who wins that game?
The Dolphins. No, I can't say that because we lost to the Jaguars and we lost to the Falcons.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But again,
we can't say that no more, Kadeem. That argument got thrown out the window as soon as we went up 13 on Jacksonville and they came back and beat us. We can't use that argument no more.
Of course, yeah. But at the same time, the receiver we have on this show, and we're like, by the way, if Tua plays those games, we win one game and we make the playoffs, then and again, this is the whole thing. It seems the Dolphins are sitting there going, we were one game away and we got rid of the head coach who basically allegedly didn't speak to players, sabotaged the entire season trying to get the guy who's now in Cleveland. If we have a more harmonious team, everyone pushing in the right direction. And again, we sat there before the season started and was like, even if the defense regresses a little bit, if the offense gets better, we were like, we might win the AFC East. In between us and the Buffalo Bills. Now, I understand that all these other teams got better. I totally get that. But like I said at the start of the show, two of those teams aren't reaching the playoffs. If we look at the guys or all these quarterbacks in the AFC East, the AFC, so you've got Mahomes, Watson, Herbert, Carr, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, who am I missing?
Burrow.
That's 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even the notes. I didn't mention. I don't think I mentioned anyone from the AFC South, but someone has to be in the playoffs. So of those 7 teams I just mentioned, someone's missing out automatically. So once you start getting through that, I'm just saying, like I said earlier, everyone seems scared for the Dolphins because all the teams have got better. But I understand that logic and that thought process, but I'm also going to believe that this team can still get it done simply because it just means that you have to go in the AFC East, which is something we should be striving for anyway. Instead of trying to sneak into the playoffs via the back door, let's stick our chest out and try and win the AFC East. Let's sweep the Jets, sweep the Patriots, and like we said last year, tie the series with the Bills, that legit could be enough to win the AFC East, especially if we play Houston. No, Houston. We play the Bills, who might not have Watson. We're beating the Jacoby Brissett Browns. I'm sorry, like, come on.
Kadeem, I appreciate that you have a different vantage point than I do. I really do, because we agree a lot. And I kind of don't like the fact that we agree a lot. I love the fact that we're disagreeing right now. But you tripping, bro. Like, listen, the Colts didn't win a game before they played the Dolphins last year. Then we were their first win, and then they started losing again until they played the Texans. Like, the Colts were terrible, bro. And we were
Yeah.
We were up on the Colts by like 13, like the same thing with the Raiders. Like we should have won both of those games, and they came back up double digits. That's not just the quarterback, bro. That's the defense got to get some of this too. And that's why hold on. I could, bro. If Tua played more than 7 games, we would have won one more game to make the playoffs. I agree. If the defense was better in one of those games where Xavier Howard didn't want to improvise, we would have won one more game and would have made the playoffs. Of course, if the offensive line was better, that would have been one more win. We would have won one more game. We would have made the playoffs. If the special teams didn't lay down in about 3 of those games, we would have won one more game. We would have made the playoffs. If was a 5th, we'll all be wasted. That's not how this works. What does work, though, Kadeem, is simple math. Your quarterback is left-handed, you need a right tackle. That is simple math. So all of this, we should have did X, Y, and Z stuff. I get you. And I told you I wasn't tripping yet, but you got me on the podcast looking like I'm tripping now. But I'm not tripping yet because Chris Greer does his thing. And I'm the conductor. I'm almost conducting this Chris Greer train. I like Chris Greer.
Right now, I'm conducting this Chris Greer train.
Nah, bro, you operating it while I went to the bathroom real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna take control still. But Chris Greer's tripping, bro. So look, man, this could be a 2-hour episode. We're not gonna do that.
Good question for you before we think.
Yeah.
What side does Tua roll out to?
He rolls out of both sides, bro.
Predominantly, what side does he roll out to?
I don't know predominantly. I don't have the numbers in front of me.
It's mostly his left. If you go back and look at like most of his highlight plays, it's him basically rolling out to his left and stuff like that.
What's your point?
If you let me get to my point, the whole thing with the right tackle basically don't mean Jesse Davis. Just give Tua enough time to do what he's got to do. But the problem Miami had at certain parts last year is the left side was collapsing as well. The whole line was collapsing from multiple areas. Again, I think that their plan is if you don't have a turnstile at right tackle and we have someone elite at left tackle where Tua are going to basically roll out to, we're going to be okay. We're going to be able to make plays, especially when you assume that the Dolphins have all these speedsters to get the ball out, quickly and stuff like that. Listen, I'm not saying, do I love the plan? No, not at all. I sat here and said, go and get a right tackle. I wanted Collins. That hasn't changed. But at the same time, unless I've sat here and seen that we were losing games because this stuff hasn't happened, I'm put it this way, I'm not getting angry with things I can't control because I have high blood pressure and I'm not trying to have a heart attack. So what's the point?
Bro, I never. How many episodes have we done? 188?
It's 171.
171 episodes. I've never had to exercise as much as restraint as I have to exercise right now, bro.
Jeez,
you are killing me, dog.
Why?
Like, bro, Kadeem, do you not see the moves in the NFL?
Yeah, I do.
Being aggressive is trading to get Lyle Collins and signing Terron Armstead, saying, I see y'all moves and I raise you with this O-line that's going to be top 5 in the league. And then you're going to have the non-tours, the anti-tours say, oh, well, why you got to have the best O-line in the league? Yo, I don't need the best O-line in the league, but if it was available to me, then I would absolutely take the best O-line in the league. I'm not saying that I need that, but if you had Collins at your doorstep and Armstead a bag away, pull the trigger. And I'll go into the season with the receivers that I have today on this roster. I will go into the season with these receivers and give me a rookie receiver with Terron Armstead and Lyle Collins as my tackles. You will not hear a peep from Charlie Touche about Tua and the O-line. But that's not what happened here. Yes, he still has time to fix it. We're early in free agency, so I'm not tripping on that. I am tripping that you had one of the best top 5 right tackles in the league at your dispense, and you did not pull the trigger. That's what I'm tripping about. I want to be clear. I'm not tripping that we're running it back with the same team from last year. I'm not tripping that Devontae Parker is still on the team. I'm not tripping about that. I'm not tripping that we brought back Preston Williams, although I don't like that move. I'm tripping because we had a top 5 right tackle available. We did not do nothing with it. That's why I'm really tripping. And to your rollout to the left all the time point, have you considered we roll out to the left because we can't trust our right tackle to roll out to the right?
No, I consider it roll out to the left because it's easier for a left-handed person to do that.
But you got to roll out both ways.
Yeah, you have to, but it's easier. Right. It's easier and more comfortable to roll out to the left.
You don't think it'll be comfortable if you had a good right tackle to roll out to the right?
With a left-hander, no.
Listen, if you protect it, you can do whatever you want in that pocket.
You can. Okay, but and at the same time, like, what's the one thing that you love saying? There's multiple ways to get to the destination.
Yeah.
So I'm basically at a point with Miami Dolphins. I'm not trying to like look down or anything on Miami Dolphins fans, but I'm at a point now where it's like people are angry at Chris Greer for not doing what they would want to do. That's fine, but if that's the case, then go play Madden. Go play Madden, sign Collins and Armstead, and then lose basically 13 games because you can't play Madden. I don't want to hear it no more. Like I said, I'm not you. I'm talking about other people in general. But I'm just saying, like, overall, I'm seeing people on my like Twitter time. I'm just getting so angry. I'm just like, why?
See, you don't know Baby D. That's why.
It's March.
You don't know Baby D, Kadeem. That's March. Why. No, Kadeem, it's deeper than rap, bro. Like,
it's
listen
March.
Now. Look. I'm here for you. I'm here. I feel you. I feel you with the why you getting mad. You can't do nothing about it, bro. I feel you with that. But again, let me reiterate, Kadeem. I'm gonna just ask you a simple question. This is real simple. There's no ulterior motive here. What was our biggest need this offseason? Not the Josh Kassiger question. Question about we all know we had multiple needs. What was our biggest need? Please tell me.
Fix your offensive line.
So you telling me, Kadeem, the biggest need of 2022 is to fix this offensive line, which just so happened to be the biggest need of 2021, 2019, 18, 17. It is to fix this offensive line. And you have a quarterback you invested a top 5 pick in, and you still don't know if he is your guy. And you had the chance to go get Terron Armstead and Lyle Collins in the same offseason, and you didn't do it. I don't care what receiver you're going to target. Hey, you know what? We like DK Metcalf. We're going to trade our first for DK Metcalf. Hint, hint. You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, we like this guy. We're going to go get this guy. We don't like Allen Robinson. We're going to let him walk. That was just me throwing that in there because I didn't appreciate that. But, we like whoever you like, these 2 running backs. I like those 2 running backs too. But I got something I got to address, and that's this offensive line. I don't even curse like that, but I almost said something that I don't even say. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you had a chance. You know how long it takes to fix the O-line? The Bengals and the Chiefs are an anomaly. For the Chiefs to turn around and fix one of the worst O-lines in the league to make it a top 5 O-line in one season, that's what they did over the course of 2020 to 2021. The Bengals just did the same thing. They took the 22nd ranked O-line, and now they're about to have a top 10 O-line in the league. The Dolphins, on the other hand, had the worst O-line in the league, and they had a chance to have a top 10 O-line. And did we do it? As of right now, no, we haven't. But we knew it was accessible, and we didn't do it. That's why I'm tripping, bro. Like, I'm not tripping that we're not ready yet. No, we don't know if we're ready yet. We still got the draft in front of us. I feel you. But I'm saying, don't show me like, hey, you can have this. And then say, but you don't have it. Like, we could have had it, bro.
When did they show you that?
They showed me by letting one of these boys go. I wanted both of them. I wanted Lyle Collins and Terron Armstead.
Okay, so say that again. You wanted both of them. The Dolphins didn't.
Oh, but you asked me when did they show me, and I'll just tell you what they showed me. So if they go with your boy, what's your boy Eichenberg, who I still don't believe in, and
that's fine. Yeah,
Eichenberg has question marks, which is cool, and I do believe he could be coached up. I believe friend of the podcast Austin Jackson could be coached up. I do, but we don't have the luxury of finding out and waiting to see if they can be coached up or not. Because that's a whole nother season on Tua's rookie contract that we waited to see if they could be coached up. Hey, let's see if the last coaching staff messed us up and let's coach these boys up. And if we can't, then we'll go back to the well. Like, no, bro. I don't like that we're wasting a whole season of Tua's rookie's contract to find out if Eichenberg could play right tackle, bro.
But then wouldn't people turn around and say, well, why are you wasting time with Tua then?
That's fair. And I wouldn't agree with it, but I'm like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just protect them?
But that's the thing. It's like, it basically comes down to at what point do you allow the allowment to stop, I guess. It's like, for you.
What point do you draw the line, is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And again, that's why it's like.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say, like, I'm not going to be. I think it's more just I'm seeing the outrage. I'm just like, it's not.
It's not what? Don't say it's not that serious.
No. Let me finish. Like, I understand. Like, again, I wanted Collins. You know, the Go Time, like our Go Time Dolphin Twitter person was tweeting like, "Go and get Collins, be aggressive." I was like, yes, let's go do it. I'm not gonna sit and say that I'm happy we let him go. Of course, I'm not. All I'm saying is that things can change in the space of 48 hours.
You're right, Kadeem. I don't disagree, but you asked me why are everybody else mad? But go ahead.
Yeah, the thing is, no. Again, I understand why everyone else is mad. I totally get it. I do think part of it is we we're fans. When Chris Gress says we're going to be aggressive, and when you see the cap space that the Dolphins have, you're thinking this is going to be Allen Robinson, Armstead. Like all these guys, we sat here on the last episode and was like, listen, the Dolphins, what they need to go and do is get Armstead, get Collins, trade for Living Christian. Like, we were sitting there doing that. But at the same time, I think I'm just like, I'm done being angry at stuff that I can't control when it's like, when I'm not making the decisions. I can't get, like, I can be angry, but what purpose does it serve?
Kadeem.
It makes good content on a podcast.
You know how we said, you know how we said, when do we draw the line? This is me drawing the line. When I see that we can have both of these tackles to protect our quarterback.
At what cost?
I don't care the cost. That's my point. My point is,
you have to care about the cost. This isn't matter
at what cost.
You can't turn the salary cap off. Bro, now, again, you can massage it.
First of all, the cap wasn't even the issue. The issue is not the cap, because Collins was for 10 million. And I sat here on this podcast and actually thought about trading the first round for this dude. I like, all right, first round, I'm kind of tripping. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was kind of tripping to trade the first round, because you can allocate resources. Like, you can get Terron Armstead at left tackle, JC Treader at center, and then go get Trent Brown for right tackle within the cap. Or as of right now, you can't do that because you don't have a cap for that. But you could have got Trent Brown and Terron Armstead. Then your line is way better because you have Connor Williams still. I understand that, but I'm saying, you said at what cost? Apparently at the cost of a second round pick or a third round pick, and that's fine for me. There's no cost too much for Trent Williams. For Lyle Collins and Terron Armstead. There's no cost.
There is. For you was the first.
No, there isn't. For
you was the first.
No, I didn't say it first. I said I thought about it, but I didn't. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, so I'm saying. So that's the cost. It's like, again.
Okay, all right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
but still, what I'm saying is, we run along with the same topic. I'm pretty sure everybody knows. They y'all know. We feel y'all.
And very quickly, like, I'm at Kadeem Simmons. If you disagree with me in the comments, honestly, I can.
Well, I'm gonna ask you after this show.
That's fine. I'm totally fine with that. I think, and we will move on. I want to make this crystal clear. I sat here and I was like, if the Dolphins don't get a new center and a new right tackle, I will not be happy. But overarching point is until week 1 starts, I am not wasting energy getting upset.
Oh, so later on during the season, if we don't perform, you'll get upset. And then I'm gonna say, and then Charlie Touche is gonna say, well, I'm not upset no more because I was upset in the offseason when I seen we let Lyle Collins walk out the window.
But again, I'm talking about I'm not getting upset in March. I won't get upset in April. I'll get upset in September.
No, I'm gonna get upset when I notice you could have made this team better and you didn't. That's when I'm gonna get upset.
But can you make the team better tomorrow?
You can't make it better with one of a top 5 right tackle. No, you can't tomorrow.
But they can go trade for one.
Do you see a top Ramchick not getting traded because he just restructured his contract? There's no top 5 right tackle in the league that's going to get traded right now, except the 7th.
Okay, but then did Devontae Adams just get traded? Obviously, different circumstances.
Yeah, but we talking about protection for Tua, O-line, biggest need, and our biggest need happened to be right tackle. So we were talking about right tackles, not only about right tackles, but that's a perfect segue. Let's go into that. It's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm Charlie Touche. I got Kadeem Simmons with me. It's always for the fans and by the fans. And I ain't going to lie to y'all boys. If this was in studio and Kadeem was in the same building as me, I probably would have walked out. Like, I can't walk out with we're in 2 different sides of the country. It doesn't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'm hot, bro. I'm hot. No, we could have protected our quarterback and we didn't. I'm just saying, like, bro, listen.
It's not over yet, man.
It's not, but I wanted the protection of a top 5 right tackle. That's what I wanted. So yes, we could go get
Evan Neal play.
What?
Evan Neal is it Alabama? He's a right tackle, isn't he?
He's a left tackle.
He's left tackle. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
No.
I get you. You could trade the house to trade up to get a franchise right tackle. I get it. But I'm just saying. So shout out to 40 Acres and a Hellcat, Myles Gaskin. He has his Myles Gaskin camp this year with special guest Jevon Ahmed. Y'all know we shout out to our boys June 26th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's in Shoreline Stadium. So shout out to a friend of the podcast, Myles Gaskin, bro. All gas, no brakes. A lot of trades this offseason. A lot of movement in the AFC this offseason, bro. What did you think when you seen Davante Adams go to the Raiders? What was like the first thought in your mind, bro?
Why didn't the Dolphins do it?
Woo! I was like, whoa, bro. You ever seen the Chris Rock episode? It was a stand-up, one of his stand-ups. Y'all know I rock with Chris Rock. And he says, basically, when Jermaine Dupri ended up dating Janet Jackson, Chris Rock was like, "Oh, I didn't know Bentley's was on clearance. You feel? I didn't know I had a chance at a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? So that's not really this case, but I didn't know Davante Adams was available. Let me ask you something, Kadeem. You heard the conversation. $28 million a year and a first and a second. Would you have entertained it? Would you have done that for the Dolphins?
I would have sent them Parker. Like, there you go. Like, offset something.
No, I need.
Yeah.
Would you have done a first and a second and $28 million a year?
I think it's like I know the answer is yes. I know for a fact the answer is yes. But I feel like I have to say no because the offensive line is still buns, and it's like you can have Davante Adams and Jalen Waddle do whatever they want, but when you have like the worst offensive line in the league and you haven't improved it, then then good luck with that.
I feel you, and the get to a weapons Charlie Touche in me would say yes, I would do that.
Yeah. And
the Touche that wants the aspiring general manager, Charlie Touche, ain't no way I'll do that. There's no way I will pay $28 million a year to Davante Adams, although he deserves it.
100%.
and give away my first and second round pick. Ain't no way I'm doing that. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, Kadeem. I wouldn't do it. Now, what I would do, Kadeem, is I would go above and beyond to fix that O-line. And we're not going back to that conversation. But the same way they could pay $28 million and trade a first and a second is the same way I would allocate $28 million and a first and a second to just fixing the O-line. You see what I'm saying? Did you follow that part? Yeah. So with that being said, I would do that. So that's why I don't mind trading a second or a third for Collins and then paying Terron Armstead. Not to go backwards, but now that I'm on record saying I wouldn't have done that Devontae Adams deal. Y'all know that, you know, I have an eye for talent and I do Touche's 24 and I see people coming out in the draft and y'all respect my opinion for the most part with, oh, that's a good idea. We should trade that first for DK Metcalf, or maybe we shouldn't trade that first for DK Metcalf. Shout out to Sherrod Steve. He said, nah, the only time I'm doing stuff like that is for a quarterback. I think we're in a different NFL today. I think there's a threshold here where you build through the draft. And for people saying, oh, how often does it work? Building through the draft. You've seen the Rams win all in and they won the Super Bowl. It's really just about winning the Super Bowl. You agree?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right. That's in a nutshell. That's about winning the Super Bowl. If you had one Super Bowl in the next 10 years, you'll be satisfied.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So and that's for everybody else. Matter of fact, let's do it again. In the comments, social media, in the comments, would you be satisfied if the Dolphins won one Super Bowl in the next 10 years? Or would you not be satisfied? Like, oh, I need more. Would you be satisfied if we only won one in the next 10 years? Answer in the comments, please. So I understand when teams make moves like that. I understand when Denver trades the house. I understand when the Browns trade 3 firsts for Watson and stuff. Here's my thing, Kadeem. The Chiefs built through the draft. They got Mahomes in the draft. They got Kelsey in the draft. They got Tyreek Hill in the draft. That's why they have sustainable success over the years and years and years and years and years. That's why they can do that. Same thing with Indianapolis when Peyton Manning was at the helm. Sustainable success. Years and years and years and years. That's what I want. That's what I want in Miami. Sustainable success. Can you go trade a couple big pieces and be contenders for 2-3 years or 2 years, 2.5 years? Yes, you can. Look what what's your boy? Look what the Rams did. 2 Super Bowls in 5 years, right? They made it to 2 Super Bowls in 5 years. So yeah, they evaporated for a little bit, but then they built back up by trading. And I'm gonna be real with you, the Rams ain't gonna be around too long. You can't do that all the time. If you could, everybody would do it. And now you see people trying to do it. So I'm gonna be real with you. Same thing with the Bills, built through the draft. That's why we can't get these boys. Like, that's why we can't get them out the paint. They built through the draft. That's why it's sustainable. So the Raiders, y'all ain't gonna be around too long. It's cute, it's fun, you know what I'm saying, but y'all not gonna be around. Chargers, y'all not gonna be around too long. Herbert, if you don't make the playoffs this year, I'm at your dome, Holmes. You officially clocked in, you on the clock, bro. But here's my thing, Kadeem. You cannot tell me that it is not fun. Like, oh, this ain't getting real out here in the field. Is there a trade, Kadeem, that you would do right now? Like, you know what? This is what I would do right now. Even though it might be frowned upon or might not be the best idea to do it, but I want to win. And I know this will help me win now, although it might not be the best trade to make. Is there a trade out there that you would do?
Off the top of my head, not really. But I say that because I just haven't really thought. Like, if you can go and give me a receiver, like a top receiver, it's either that or right tackle. What? Go and say it.
Bro, you had Lyle Collins. You just said you wouldn't. Where do you draw the line at Lyle Collins? You had a right tackle, and you didn't pull the trigger. And you're okay with not pulling the trigger.
I'm
We don't got to do this. I'm just saying it's funny how you said a right tackle and you had one, and you just said it's okay that we didn't do it. But
we also brought in a wide receiver, but still gonna get another one. Like,
all right, Kadeem, go ahead, continue. This is. I just need your answer.
Yeah, I said that's what I said. It probably would be. It probably would be a wide receiver. Again, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I can see why we probably didn't go. Like the Robert Wood ones is a really interesting trade because it's like a 6th next year, coming off an ACL injury. So it's like you can kind of see why they didn't do it. I think if I'm being honest, maybe like LaVisca Chenault, I guess. And again, I know you kind of regressed a bit last year, but on the Urban Meyer and that Jag team, it's like, well, everyone.
Throw Trevor Lawrence in the paint too. He need to get some of this credit for stinking up the joint.
Yeah. So you can go and say go and get a Carl Pitts or a DeAndre Hopkins or things like I don't think those are realistic. I'm talking of a realistic trade you could do right now. I'd probably go look at getting LaVisca Chenault or a young wide receiver who
that really wouldn't turn over. That wouldn't turn us over. Like meaning it wouldn't put us in a bad spot. LaVisca Chenault probably gonna cost a 5. You know what I'm saying? It's a 5, and then you got to pay LaVisca Chenault $4 million. Well, he has 2 seasons left, so he's probably gonna perform in those two seasons. So he might get he'll actually get the bag actually. But I get you. I'm gonna just throw this out there. Before I give you my answer, do you want Landry to come back to the Dolphins?
No,
he's a free agent, so you're not interested in Landry. Why?
No.
Short answer. No, nothing.
I don't think he's worth the hype.
All right, cool. I don't want him because it's if you ever left a job or a team or something and then went back to that job or team and you were like a higher ranked position in that job or team, when you leave it, the team goes on without you. And then you come back, you kind of try to get what you had before, like, hey, I'm still the boss here. Like, nah, bro, that train left the station. You're not nobody now. So the chemistry of the locker room is one way, and he's gonna come back thinking it's a different way and try to. I want my locker. I wanted to be in this side of the locker room. I do this before. Hey, you got to give me 14 back. Nah, bro, that's not what this is. So I don't want Landry, bro. What about Julio? You want Julio?
See, I didn't think about that. I don't know. Like we already have Christian Wilkins who caught a receiving touchdown this year. Like Julio Jones had the same. Like I'd be Wilkins to like wide receiver, but no. I still think the Dolphins. Do the Dolphins need another veteran wide receiver going to be, on the injury table for most of the season? No, they don't. But then I also think, would they be better off learning from a Julio Jones for a season? I guess so. Again, if it's the only option, I wouldn't say no. Do you know when it's like you're at your boy's house and it's like, do you want a drink? And he hasn't got the exact one you want, but he's got tap water. It's like, I don't really want it, but my mouth's a bit dry, so I'll have it. Like, the Dolphins are a bit dry at wide receiver, so you have a Julio Jones. Doesn't mean you're happy with it. Like,
oh, that's funny. Somebody mocked up a Julio Jones Photoshop last season, and we put it on our social media. Shout out to our social media team. And it's like, dang, we could use that pick again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, Go Time Dolphins social media. We need that pick. Yeah, I'm not interested in Landry. I'm not interested in Julio either. Julio's going to compete with Preston and Parker to see who can miss the most games. I'm not here for that. So I will answer my question, however, about is there a trade out there that I know might not be best for the Dolphins? Like, why would you do that? Right? I'm gonna be real with y'all. When I seen Adams get traded, I'm like, man, that's a bad trade. If it wasn't a Super Bowl, it doesn't matter. Now, realistically, are they going to win a Super Bowl? I doubt it. But it's fun. So someone said, "Would you do it for the Dolphins?" If same way I asked you, would you wanted to do it for the Dolphins? I'm gonna be real with you. I wouldn't have done it for Miami. I'd be like, nah, man, that's too much. A first and a second, 28 million a year. I'm straight. Would I have been mad if the Dolphins did it? Absolutely not. I would have been like, well, it shows that there's a post. Check your post. Shout out to Mike McDaniel. Check your post. You feel me? So yeah, it shows that we have a post and we actually want to do something. You know what I'm saying? So if the Dolphins would have did it, I'd be like, dang, that's such a bad trade. But I'm here for it. Let's do it. You feel me? Like, you got to get to the dance. We were one game out the playoffs for the past 2 seasons. You're going to get in the playoffs with that trade. For sure, you're going to get in the playoffs. All you got to do is get to the dance. You never know what could happen after that. You know what I'm saying? So I would have did it. Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have done it, but I would have been okay with it. And I think it's extremely fun. I would have been okay with it. Like, yo, wouldn't have did it, but let's go. Suit up. Check your posts. You feel me? Here's a trade, Kadeem, that I absolutely would not do, but I am absolutely all for it. Like, you know what? There's only one non-quarterback out there. One non-quarterback out there. He's not even a running back. There's only one receiver out there, which I think Hopkins is the best receiver in the NFL right now. We had a chance to get Hopkins, by the way, and he got traded to Arizona instead of to the Dolphins. We could have had that trade a couple years ago. Now, the second best receiver in the league, Devontae Adams, got traded to the Raiders. Obviously, for too much. It's just too much. The conversation's too much. For my dollar, I said who the third best receiver in the league is. You remember who I said the third best receiver in the league is, Kadeem?
Off the top of my head, no.
I'll tuck mine in. Deebo Samuel. Only because of Mike McDaniel is why I'm interested in the trade for Deebo Samuel. Just because of the relationship with McDaniel, and we seen how he used them. If the Niners said, I want a first and a third for Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel's on his last year of the contract, and we're going to have to pay him next year. You're not going to have to pay him $28 million. But it's going to be over $22 million, and it's going to be under $28 million. If the Niners said, I want a first and a third for Deebo Samuel, I'm doing it. And I'm going to be happy doing it. And I'm going to watch my Dolphins happy running all over the field like, boy, this is a bad trade, but I'm excited. And you cannot tell me as a Dolphin fan that you would not be excited for that.
I don't think I would.
I'm done. Where's the walkout? Where the bathroom at? Like, bro, I would have walked back in the studio and I would have walked out the studio again, bro. You wouldn't be excited if the Dolphins had Deebo Samuel?
No.
All right, maybe, I don't know what's going on here. Bro.
Maybe because I'm tired. I think like in all like I'm being genuine, like genuinely serious. Dolphins fan, and again, I haven't been a Dolphins fan for that long compared to others.
But you got when you say stuff like that, you got to put the time on it so people understand you wasn't a Dolphin fan. Like you just didn't become a Dolphin fan last year. You got to tell how long you've been a Dolphin fan. How long you been a Dolphin fan?
About I guess like around 7 years.
That's valid.
Yeah, I mean like, yeah. So like the first year of Adam Gase, basically. I think I wouldn't be excited by wins. Like it, obviously I'm excited with trade and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I think it goes back to what I said when we hired Mike McDaniel. I'm wait and see. Like, let me wait and see how this all pans out. So if we trade for Deebo Samuel, I'll be like, okay, that's cool. But let me wait and see how he is, in Miami with this offense and stuff like that. So I guess not being excited is the wrong thing to say. But I'm just like, we've got the big shiny receiver before in free agency or in the trade, and it got us no playoff wins. So,
hey, with all due respect, I was going to say something, but with all due respect, we never got Deebo Samuel and Mike McDaniel combination. Yeah, that alone, you seen what that did with Jimmy Garoppolo. So basically, having 49ers East, yeah, bro, I would I'd be extremely excited, and I wouldn't even care. Like, yo, I know I wasn't supposed to. I know I was talking longevity, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I know I was talking. Oh, you got to build through the draft, longevity. But if the Dolphins traded a first and a second, like they did with Devontae Adams for Deebo Samuel, I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't care. Let's do it. Suit up. You feel me? For everybody that we have ever argued with on, well, I guess I don't really argue on social media, but for everybody that ever put up debate, oh, it's going to take too much to build around Tua. I know y'all remember that. It's going to take too much to build around Tua. For anyone who ever said that, look what's going on in the league now. Too much to build around Tua? Y'all see what's going on in Oakland? In Las Vegas, ain't nothing going on in Oakland. Y'all see what's going on in Vegas? Y'all see what's going on in LA? Both in the same, the Chargers and the Chargers and the Rams. It's gonna take too much, man. Yeah, KC tried to get Allen Robinson. Like, yo, we need an embarrassment of riches for our receivers. We need more receivers. So for everyone who says it's gonna take too much to build around Tua, I don't know what NFL you're looking at nowadays. It's time. The giveaway. It's gonna hurt to give these things away. I was hoping for some type of like glitch. Like, man, I wanted to see these things in the case in my man cave. One day I'm gonna get a man cave and put these Jevon Holland cleats in the man cave. I want to thank, on behalf of Kadeem Simmons, we want to thank everyone here at Go Time Dolphins and everyone who listens to Go Time Dolphins. This was probably my favorite Go Time giveaway so far, and we have so many more coming up. Matter of fact, we'll just say it. We'll just say it now. And I actually told y'all before, but the next is a Jalen Waddle fit to size jersey. That's the next giveaway, and we're gonna bring Sherrod Steve on to introduce that giveaway. So y'all stay tuned for the Jalen Waddle jersey, and maybe y'all can get your hands on that. But we're about to find out who won these Jevon Holland cleats. And oddly enough, Jevon Holland actually gave us this hat too. Like, oh, we got the hat for the names. I don't know how y'all can see how many names in there. You can see that? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to, you know what I'm saying, move this around a little bit. Dig into the hat. Pull out a name.
I want that hat, by the way.
You want the hat?
Yeah.
Oh, the Jevon Holland bucket. Jevon Holland bucket. You can wear the Coach K. The winner of the Jevon Holland giveaway is Gabriel Garcia. Shout out to Mr. Gabriel Garcia. Hey. That's dude that be in the comments.
Yeah.
Hey. Shout out to dude. Hey, see, it'd be fun, entertaining in the comments. Throw the giveaway. You feel me? Luckiest person I know for my dollar. Dang. Shout out to you, Mr. Gabriel Garcia. That's what's up. Woo.
I guess we'll be in contact via email.
For sure. We will be in contact via email. You want to tell everyone the answer of the giveaway while we have a chance?
Yeah. So it was the Kadeem curse. Not the
Kadeem.
curse.
What three jerseys made up the Kadeem curse?
It was, I believe, Kiko Alonso, Raekwon McMillan, and Ryan Tannehill.
Where was Jevon Holland selected?
That was question 3. Question 2 was his first interception, which was Tyrod Taylor. Now, some of you put Cam Newton. That's the one we spoke about in the episode, but his first interception was Tyrod Taylor. And then where was he selected? He was selected 36th overall. Nothing overall, sorry.
36 overall, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, there was a lot of Cam Newton answers.
Yeah.
A lot of Cam Newton answers. But yeah, man, congratulations to Mr. Gabriel Garcia. Y'all know what time it is, man. Come over to bonus time with us. Stay positive. Test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time.
Already. Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. and it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
Hey, Kadeem.
Yo.
So owning a firearm is like the Second Amendment. First Amendment is free speech, right? But the Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. I'm gonna be real with you, because I kind of go ahead.
I feel like you've infringed on my First Amendment this episode. Some of the stuff I've been saying.
I'm gonna be real though, like, because I feel like I want to clean something up. I do have guns, I really do, but I would prefer a world without guns. You understand that?
Yeah.
Like, I wish we could live in the United States without guns. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't trust our government for me to not have a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they say, oh, we're gonna clean up the streets, no one can have a gun. Like England, bro. Every time I come to London, Kadeem, true story. Every time I come to London, I feel safe. Like, I feel like, man, I could live here. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as the States. Like, it's a lot of aggression here in the States. It's a lot of, I don't want to get too far into it. But yeah, when I go to London, I feel safe. However, if you learn jujitsu in a world where they don't have guns, you will have a leg up on the attacker. So either way, Kadeem, you should learn jujitsu, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Go time MMA on the way.
I'm not learning jiu-jitsu. I'm not doing it. Like, and the only gun I'm picking up is in Call of Duty Warzone. That's the only one I'm doing. I'm so bad at this, and it's totally my fault. I connected with one of our fans, and I am so sorry. I forgot your name. I'm gonna quickly try and find it now. He's on Xbox, I'm on PlayStation, but he hit me up on social media saying, you said you play, basically computer games. What's your ad? Kind of went back and forth a bit because he couldn't find me, but in the end, we ended up on basically connecting. We haven't played a game yet. Hopefully, it won't be too long. Oh, I really want to find it. While I try and find him, what was I going to say? You started watching anime yet?
You watch Ace Ventura yet?
I was first. See, I asked you a question because I'm trying to find something, and you're supposed to ask me a question. That's not how it works.
Man, I was just saying. No, I haven't. I haven't watched anime yet, and I haven't even asked Jevon Holland which anime I should start on. I'm gonna ask him, hey bro, which anime should I start on? But LB is an anime head, and he told me what anime I should start on because he actually knows me like more and what I might like and dislike and not like or whatever. So I'm gonna start where LB told me to start, but I'll also reach out to Jevon Holland and I'll let y'all know what he says.
Cool. At t.finfan, I believe his name is Darren. But at t.finfan, he was like, yeah, we're gonna at some point, maybe this upcoming Saturday. I'm not working. I'm gonna spend a lot of time. I'm on Call of Duty. Gonna try and get Charlie Wilson involved. So Darren, if you're listening, Saturday we'll try and play video games, a bit of Call of Duty, a bit of Warzone, maybe a bit of Madden. But again, any Dolphins fans, Go Time Dolphin fans, I'm easily accessible on PlayStation, Xbox. We can, jump in a Call of Duty game, talk Dolphins, get some dubs. Bit of fun.